Here we go.
You're tuning in to Will Love Listen. Now listen.
Adriana de Moura, one of my favorite housewives, the Brazilian beauty. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the new season. Miami is my favorite housewives series, and I feel like you guys always bring it. It reminds me of like old school housewives when they were like more like less self-conscious and they just brought it. That's you guys. And this season is a doozy. I know there's a lot to go on, so there's so much I want to jump into.
Yes,
But
let's
first, I
do
want
it.
to take it back a little bit. Like, I want to know, how are you originally cast?
Oh, well, we got to go back almost 15 years right now
Yeah.
because season one was so long ago. But essentially, the producers came looking for people that they would like to have, and they talked to a friend of mine, and then my friend suggested they talk to me. And we talked. We did a little camera, interview, and I guess the camera loved me, and they loved me, and I loved them, and everything was history from there.
I mean, you definitely stood out in the original three seasons, obviously. And, they knew what they were doing. You're the only Real Housewife to have one of their songs be the theme song for their franchise. That's a pretty
Yes,
big accomplishment.
thank you. I feel like it is. I mean, I don't talk too much about it, my own accomplishments, but I feel like that's one of my biggest accomplishments in the Bravo world. Like getting a theme song that's withstand the test of time, like it's been on for 15 years now. I mean, like since season one, right? We had my song, so it has to be a good song.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool because I feel like everyone goes into Bravo, like all the housewives trying to be a singer. Like,
Yeah.
and everyone puts out a song like of what? There's Countess Luann, there's Kim Zolciak, Melissa when she was on New Jersey. But yours actually became the official theme song for your franchise, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I take my music seriously because my musical education started very early. My mom enrolled me in piano conservatory when I was like 8,
Oh wow.
and so piano music has always been part of my fabric, my upbringing. So when I was gonna do something, I wanted to do something just a good product, with a goal in the already in mind, because I wrote the song for the premiere for the Housewives, and yeah, so I take it seriously because it's something that I appreciate, I respect. I respect fellow musicians, and I understand how hard it is to, make a career and write songs, because as a singer songwriter, I think that, it's very hard to cut through, thousands of people that are trying to make it in the music industry and they don't have the opportunity. So I feel super blessed, that my song got picked for theme and still withstands test of time.
I didn't know like you had all that training. I feel like you don't like because like you are such a big entertainment factor in the show and you do stir the pot. People don't realize that like like what like five languages and like that you're educated in all of this stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I have a lot of like background in music, art. I studied in Europe. I studied art and then traveled. I did more than 58 different countries. I was
Wow.
visiting the biggest, art institutions and museums. Yeah, I'm already on my third degree. I'm actually graduating with a master's from Harvard next spring.
Get out.
Um,
Congratulations.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
I know, yeah, the feistiness sometimes I feel like, yeah, I get a little boxed in, on who I am, but I am so much more than just the petty fighting.
Yeah, that's I find that to be so interesting, honestly. And how many languages are you fluent in?
5.
Five. Okay, which I mean obviously I know Spanish and English, but what are the other three?
Portuguese, French, and Italian.
Oh, nice.
And I know some basic German, but I don't count because it's not fluent. So when I say speak 5 languages, because I can read, speak, and write in all those languages. In German, I just understand, I can read and, but I'm not fluent in German. So it's 5 and a quarter.
Oh my God, that is impressive. I'm trying to become trilingual, and that's like, I don't even know if I can, but that is impressive. You know, all the love languages, which I feel like is important. Uh,
Yeah, all the romance languages. Yeah, that's my
exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's so cool. That's like I sort of want to that leads me to my next question. So, during the 8 years you did not film, you still sustained like strong relationships with Lisa, Marysol, and Alexia. But when the show came back for season 4, it felt as though Alexia and Marysol were trying to distance themselves from you before you even had any major conflict. Like they started saying things like, "Oh, you were like Enigma, you were like
Yeah.
a little bit," and things like that. So, one, what's the backstory behind that? And did anything go down off camera with you three before you guys had any conflict when you came back?
No, there was no conflict, and I was actually surprised by their behavior as well. But I feel like what it was the uh, feeling that in order for them to become relevant, they had to not have me around. Maybe I bring too much, like I said, I'm so layered, I have so many talents. So I feel like they can be territorial, and in order for me, and they know I don't play by their rules. Like I like to be fair, but I don't like to be told, I'm not a follower at all. So they can control me. So for them, I feel like with them, either, especially Marysol, if she cannot control you, she then has to, like go on a smear campaign, and she finds, like there's some kind of competition because when we were together, season 1, 2, and 3, she was demoted on season 2,
Yeah, I remember.
and I was still on, and I actually put her under my ring, put her on my scenes, and helped her out. Sorry about my dog.
Oh, it's all
But
right.
instead of being grateful for that, I think she saw me as competition, as a threat, and therefore wanted to minimize me.
That's so
Sadly. Yeah.
That's so interesting because when season 4 premiered, like when you guys first came back, like I interviewed both Alexia and Marysol, and they like both said separately that like you four stayed in touch, but they both used the word, I think it was enigma, that you were like it was more like them and Lisa and you, but more from like a distance. So I
Yeah.
didn't know, like I was surprised to see that because you guys all seemed close during the first 3 seasons. So nothing really went down.
No, nothing went down. I mean, the only thing I did was help them when they needed help. And when they came back, and I think Marysol, because she was demoted and I was main cast and driving a lot of the storyline, felt like, in order for her to be relevant, I couldn't be around. Instead of being grateful for what I had done for her, she just decided to pretty much spit in the plate that she ate from. And it's sad because I don't see things like that. I believe that there's a place for everybody under the sun. We all have our own stories to tell, and yeah, I think you can be relevant just by being yourself, authentic self.
Yeah, when you all came back for season 4, did you and Marysol know you were going to be part-time, or were you competing for a mojito?
Yeah, that was part of that was competing for the mojito. Yeah,
That's
because
why.
in the first season, it was a toss up. You didn't know who was going to land the mojito, so then that was big part of the problem. Yeah, you're smart.
I mean, that's a theory that's out there, and like, unfortunately, it kind of does make sense, especially if you guys didn't have any drama, going into the reboot. Now,
Yeah, no, yeah, it was all about that. It was the competition. It was who's getting the mojito. Is now who was relevant previously, and it was all that. Like it was and then the propaganda started, right, to
oh yeah,
smear me, to demote me, or to like make me, like
I
I wasn't part of that, group anymore. It was chosen words like, she's enigma, she doesn't, like those kinds of things.
yeah. Now, when the reboot kicked back, you introduced us to your close friend and the first official lesbian housewife, Julia Lemigova. And fans love how much of like a strong LGBT ally you've been, even in performing at Pride. Um, was the gay community always a strong part of your life?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that, yeah.
My best friends have always been, gay guys. I trust them the most. They're like my safe space, because I feel like my gay friends are not competing with me,
Yeah,
and I have a soft spot for this community because being a minority myself, having been an immigrant in this country, being brown, a Latin girl, and having felt prejudice.
yeah,
So to me, I feel like, I understand what it is to be, in a space where people don't necessarily, respect you or give you what you deserve, like in the sense of the respect, the space. And so I've always felt that, I wanted to support the community.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And I feel you. I'm like you. I'm like a Latin boy. I was born in Colombia. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what it is, right?
Oh, yeah. And then being gay on top of it. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Especially being gay on a very, macho culture, machista, right? Una
Yeah.
cultura muy machista. It's like hard because our cultures are even more, homophobic.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in past seasons, speaking of which, in past seasons, you came under scrutiny for how close you were with Julia and how affectionate you guys both were, from like the touching to kissing that was judged. I loved it. However, do you feel your cast was suggesting there was more to your friendship at the time on purpose?
I think they were doing that on purpose because Julia does that all the time. And she does it with everybody. And so they were trying to, again, to find something wrong to point the finger. But I mean, this is just how Julia rolls, and like she's always kissing. Look at her and Kiki, she even kissed Marysol on the lips. So I mean, like they didn't talk about that.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's only when it's like when you guys were
Yeah.
touchy feel.
Only with it's with me there's a problem, but if she's doing with Kiki, with Marysol, with Alexia, whatever, then there's no issue. The issue is just them picking on me. That's the issue.
Well, I mean, every season you're always one of like the main players involved in the storylines, but yet you're still not holding a mojito. I want you to hold a mojito, and so does everyone on social media. So why is that? Because I feel like a lot of us feel you bring more than like half of the full-time cast. So what's
I
going
know.
on?
Well, I feel the same way, but I mean, there are decisions that are made that are out of my control, and maybe it's not my decision. I wish people that make that decision could see my value and what I bring to the franchise. The fact that I'm a seminal part of this Miami franchise, and the theme song is mine. I feel like I'm so much part of what Miami is, yet you know, I understand that, the ideal package as a housewives is like when you have a husband and the kids and everything.
Yeah.
And I did have that in the past, and I don't no longer have it because I got divorced and my son grew up and he's a man on his own right and he doesn't want to be part of it. So I understand. But I also understand that other franchises with housewives that are single and still, holding a full-time position. So yeah, believe me, I wish I could be, still respected and seen as a mojito worthy because I know that I am.
Yeah, no, and everyone else agrees. Maybe after this season, because from what I've been hearing, a lot of it revolves around you. And like there's been like, the recent tabloids and social media, it seems that this season is gonna center around like a major fallout between you and your longtime bestie, Julia. So what could you share about that?
Well, you know, I cannot share much because you guys have to wait and see. It's a long season and a lot happens. There's good, there's bad, and the ugly. but there was a lot of trouble in paradise, and things that happened. It was very misfortune. But I can't disclose too much yet because people need to wait and see.
Was it, I guess without giving details, was it one thing or was it a buildup between you two?
To me, it was more of a build-up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I could see that because when Julia started to become closer to Alexia during seasons 5 and 6, did you notice a difference or was it only this season?
No, I've been taking notes for a while,
Okay.
but I just forgave and forgot, and I was trying to move on. But it gets to the point sometimes where, major decisions need to be made. And there was a major event that happened that I wasn't involved. I wasn't even present. And then I was expected to show a certain reaction, and I didn't. And then things went sour from that. But it's like that was the straw that broke the camel back.
Did it boil down to miscommunication, or do you think that once she started to become closer to the girls that you were feuding with, she was looking for any reason to drop you? Um, or you tell me, I don't know.
Well, I certainly feel this way, yeah, but yeah. I mean, but you guys need to watch because then you make your own, conclusion. I see,
Oh,
like,
you
if
watched.
you watch the development of the story, I am loyal to a fault, and when I am friends with somebody, loyalty is very important to me. But as much as I give, I'd like to receive some loyalty back. And I didn't feel that was the case. At the end, I was like, I cannot be friends with her alone. And I don't know, but again, I don't want to give away, but there's a lot. It's a lot to unpack, and it's going to be unpacked throughout the season. So,
I feel like I want to have you back during the reunion after it all airs, but
yeah.
I'll be because I feel like I'll have more questions then.
Yeah.
And also, based on a recent interview, it appears Guerdy is also having issues with Julia this season, inferring that something goes down on camera. So, is it you and Guerdy versus everyone else this season?
Certainly feels that way.
And maybe
Yeah.
Lisa too, because it
I
seems
mean,
like
this season, I think the silver lining of everything, because I think in life, everything there's a silver lining. Even though I had issues with Julia, that brought me closer to Guerdy, which I'm very pleased because Guerdy speaks my language and like my love language in the sense that if you're friends, you're loyal, the loyalty part.
yeah, now I got you.
So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised to get closer to Guerdy, and yeah, I like her a lot.
Where do you stand with Lisa? Because it seems like she's like always, she's still vocal and supportive of you in like the press.
Yeah.
So, in
No,
addition,
Lisa, yeah, Lisa and I go way back, right? Like
yeah,
Lisa and I always had Lisa's back, even back in the Joanna days, right?
yeah, I remember that. Joanna was awful.
But yeah, so Lisa and I have a lot of history, and we always had each other's back. We're never being like um too vocal about it, but we always speak. We always like included each other's on, birthdays, and even when the cameras were rolling, we always, stayed in touch, and we always there for each other in the important moments.
Yeah. Oh,
One
that's
of those friends, one of those friends that you don't necessarily have to do everything with them every day, but the connection is there and it's so strong that every time, you need each other, you just step up and say, hey, I'm right here.
yeah, yeah, I have those people. So I was gonna say, like, out of the cast right now, who are you closest with? I guess it would probably be Guerdy, Lisa, and the new chick, right? Stephanie?
Yeah, yeah, that's my crew right now. Yeah.
How is Stephanie? Because like everyone's talking about how she used to be with Dr. Nicole's husband, and a lot of people think like Nicole Martin left the group because Stephanie was coming into the group.
No, nothing to do with that at all. Stephanie's wonderful. She's fabulous, fashionable, a businesswoman, has an incredible lifestyle, and yet she's humble and kind.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So to me, Stephanie was like winning the lottery for us in terms of picking up somebody that could fill in the space for Nicole because we all love Nicole so much, and Nicole brought so much to the table. But then Stephanie filled in that void, very well. Not that I don't miss Nicole, I do miss Nicole, because Nicole was somebody that I could intellectually, like
Connect with, yeah.
and connect with, because she's an educated woman, and we could speak and rationalize, equally. When the other girls, sometimes it's hard to maintain a rational conversation because they cannot follow, you, and they try to just smear you instead of understanding and, rationalizing a situation. But and Nicole and Stephanie do not have an issue because Nicole met Anthony, I think, like 16 years after he was done with broken up with Stephanie. So that's not the issue
That
at
long
all.
ago. Oh, I didn't realize it was that long ago. Wow.
Yeah, it was like 16 years or 11 years, something like huge, like
Oh
many,
my
many,
God.
many years,
Yeah.
before that he dated Stephanie, and then Nicole came along. But they have no beef with each other. And to tell you the truth, they're two lovely women, both very accomplished, beautiful, stylish. And I feel like, and like the one testament to Anthony is that he has good taste in women.
Yeah.
you know?
He
Yeah.
does. He has two housewives under his belt now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I
He
saw they
knows
were,
how to pick them.
yeah, right. And I saw
Yeah.
Nicole and Stephanie were together at someone's party recently. So they did cross paths. I don't, that was someone's party. You probably know. I don't know who.
Yeah, Miami is like our social circle is kind of small. So it's like we always collide at one point or another. It's like so yeah, they probably knew somebody in common. I don't know which party, but oh, actually, Gertie's birthday party.
Oh, that's who it was. I couldn't remember.
Gertie's birthday party.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, they met each other and they talked and they liked each other and had nothing but good things to say to each other. So it was very nice.
Oh, that's interesting. That should have been filmed, them two crossing.
Oh, I know. I know. Yeah.
Now, Carmen Carrera, is she like a guest or like a friend? Because wasn't she a part of the show this season?
She was a guest in some scenes. I don't
Oh,
think she has a title or like a real space,
official.
but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But she was a guest. Yeah,
Oh, how did that go? Integrating.
great. Yeah, I like her. She's very nice, and again, I like the representation. I feel like it's always important to have minorities represented. And actually tonight I'm having a viewing party, and she's co-hosting with me.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
Yeah, yeah, at a gay club in Inwood. So we're having this viewing party, and she's my co-host. But no, I like Carmen. I think she's amazing. She's beautiful. She's great.
Oh my God, that's awesome. I saw the flyer for that. That looks like a good
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Yeah.
I love how you're always calling Larsa out, but in like a comedic way, especially when you called her out for the BBL and then invited her to join you to get one. Are you two in a better place today? Or are you still like frenemies, like on and off?
No, we're in a much better place. I feel like what I like about Larsa is the fact that she, just like me, um, we can beef for a minute, we can have conflict, but then we find a way to find resolution, and then we move on from that. So we moved on, and Larsa and I are in a good space right now.
Oh, that's good. I do like that you guys could like duke it out and then like you guys get on and you like move on in like you on to like the next thing. I feel
Yeah,
like it becomes difficult when housewives can't move on
yeah,
and it's like they do the it's her or me type of thing. 'Cause-
yeah.
yeah.
And that's not good for anybody because, first of all, this is a
Oh,
cast that is
yeah.
well chosen. There's a reason why you're there, and you can play casting director, by being a cast member. I think that is so, um, you know, ludicrous when women trying to say, well, it's me or her. No, well, that's not how, things roll. Like you got to be able, if you're not able, I feel like as a cast member in a housewife franchise, if you're not able to have conflict, find a resolution and move on, then maybe you are not ready for that or right for that franchise
Oh, I
because
agree.
that's the nature of the show.
Yeah, and it ruins it for the fans when they do like the it's her and me type of situation. And I always hate when like producers like adhere to like housewives like that because then it just gives them like an ego, you know? Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, but yeah, I'm with you on that. Now, there have been a lot of past girls on Miami. You know, you got Christy, Leah, Anna, Karen, Nicole. They all still live in Miami. If you could bring back any former cast member, who would it be?
I would bring Leah because
Really? Get the
we
hell
were really
out.
good friends and our sons were friends. And I felt that Marysol did me dirty on that. That Marysol was the cause of my fall down with Leah because Leah thought I was in with her when she was scheming and planning and scheming things.
That's
And
why.
I did not. I did not. But Leah, fell for that trap and that finished our friendship. So that's one of my biggest regrets is losing Leah as a friend because I really love Leah.
Oh my God. I expected you to say like Nicole or even like Karen or somebody. I'm shocked you said Leah. Wow. So you
No,
think
because that's like avoiding me, that I've had for a long time.
so it oh wow, okay. So I didn't realize that like Marisol played such a heavy role in your fallout with Leah.
Oh yeah, she planned and schemed the entire thing.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. And
interesting.
and as you're gonna see it again, maybe she has something to do with my fallout with Julia too. Hmm.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Now you have me really pumped for the new season. I wonder if Leah's gonna be shocked if she sees this and hears you saying that. I know because she still talks to I think Lisa's the only person on the cast right now she talks to, right? Because she filmed that scene with Lisa last season.
Yeah, yeah, they talk. They do talk. Yeah, Lisa and sometimes not always, but yeah, they do talk because Leah had a house next door to Lisa's house when Lisa was still living on Star Island, married to Lenny. So they would run into each other. Yeah.
Speaking of Lisa, I just saw the other day like they were her and Lenny were having a joint party for the kids, so I guess they're getting along better.
I know how wonderful that is, right?
Yeah,
They
let's
finally, yeah, found that space where they can co-parent without, the fighting and the legal, battles. And I'm so happy for Lisa, for the kids especially, because you don't want to, I came from a divorced family, and the last thing you need as a kid is your parents hating each other. It bears so heavy on the children.
yeah.
So I'm so happy that they are finally getting to that, peaceful co-parent space.
I feel like divorce brings out the worst in people. I mean, my parents, for example, they divorced for 5 years and they hated each other and it was horrible, but then they actually
Mm.
remarried. So I've had an interesting life. But do you see that happening
Yeah.
with Lisa? Could you ever picture her getting remarried to Lenny or no?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think. I think she got an upgrade with Jody, and I think they're much more balanced and equal relationship partnership. With her and Lenny, it was more like a father-daughter situation because
Oh,
Lenny
yeah.
was so much older, and I feel like that was more of a toxic relationship, and I don't think she's gonna go back to that.
Oh, that's good. And yeah, I could see that was very much their dynamic. Like you could see that.
Yeah, when
Are
you
the
have that huge gap, yeah.
do the girls still give her shit this season like they did last season about like talking about Lenny?
Um, Not as much about the wedding, but they do give her shit about something else. Other things,
Oh, they
other things
do.
come around. Yeah, yeah.
Could you say at this point?
No, I can't like give out too much, but it's gonna be good. I mean, this season has so many stories. Everybody's have strong stories, and it collides, and and like it's a bombastic season.
I know, like you, I mean, you guys filmed the season. We're just starting to watch it now.
Mhm.
But come reunion, as someone who filmed it firsthand, come reunion time, who do you think is going to have the most to explain to?
Well,
From
I
what
think I'm gonna be in the thick of it.
So it's gonna be you. Okay.
Not explaining, but like, you know, it's gonna be a lot of conflict. And I, unfortunately, conflict finds me. Even when I hide from it. Oh my God, drama loves me.
Yeah, it sure does. Oh, now I'm so pumped because I feel like this season you're involved in so much, so it'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see. I could already picture you, Guerdy, and Lisa and Stephanie on one side of the couch and the other chicks on the other side.
I
So
think you might be onto something.
this is gonna be good. Are you gonna release any new music this year?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, you
I'm
are.
releasing 3 new songs.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, that's great.
yeah. And
That's
it's gonna be on the show. Yeah.
it's gonna be on the show, and then I
Towards the end, but you're gonna see it. Yeah.
oh cool, and it'll probably be on streaming by that point once those episodes air. I assume, right?
Yeah, I'll make sure to drop them in all musical platforms when I probably won't drop them until we close to airing, you
Makes sense.
know,
Yeah.
but because that piques more of people's desire to, once they see it on TV, they want to download the song or listen to the song, stream the song. So, but yeah, we're gonna have some new songs.
Oh my God, I can't
Yeah,
wait.
yeah.
This is gonna be a fun season. I want you to come back like towards the end around reunion time, so we could really dive into everything that I know you couldn't really talk right now about. So
Yeah, we're gonna have to have another conversation later in the season. Yes.
yeah, definitely, definitely around finale time, reunion time, because then you'll be able, then nothing's stopping you. So.
Yeah, that's right. That's
But
right.
thanks so much for joining me today. Is there anything like that we didn't cover that you want to mention?
No, it's all good. I think we covered a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
But
Fun.
thank you for your support. I'm happy to know you're another, South American, like living our best life in this country. So, and that we, despite of everything else, we still thrive and, find our place under the sun. So thanks for the support.
Yeah, of course. I meant if I'm ever in Miami, because like I have friends that like live down there, like I should totally see you for a drink or something.
Yes, please. Yes. Let me know. Send me an email and we can plan something. Yeah. I
Totally.
wish you were here tonight. We could go to the viewing party.
I know, I know. That would be like the perfect time to go down to be down there. I'm so
Yeah.
pissed.
It's gonna be so fun because that's like my safe place. So it's like my gay tribe, and just like let my hair down and enjoy and laugh and see people's reaction. It's my first viewing party,
Oh,
so I'm really excited because because sometimes you watch by yourself at home or it's just like your inner family and you just get their feedback. But I'm so excited to see a room full of people react, to
yeah,
the
real time.
episode. So it's gonna be so nice. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so post on social media. I want to see how it goes.
Yeah. I will be posting, yes.
By the way, real quick, where in Brazil are you from?
São Paulo.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause when I posted I was going to be interviewing you, I got that question a few times.
Yeah. I'm from São Paulo, which is like the equivalent of New York, like a big cosmopolitan city, big financial center, very it's a big city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm excited. Can't wait to watch the new season. Thanks for joining me today. And when I'm in Florida, I'll totally hit you up.
Please do. All right.
Thank
When
you.
are you gonna publish this?
On 6 days from now on Tuesday.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be fresh, and then I'll tag you in everything.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.